Virgo, hello my love. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. I hope you are doing really well. For those of you who are joining for the very first time, welcome in. I hope that you enjoy your reading. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know how you're doing. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You make what I do possible. I adore you. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing me to reconnect with you. My lovely Virgo, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into your reading. Please remember that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with your current situation. If you find that this does not at all resemble anything that you're currently going through, then by all means, toss the entire reading out the window. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and that is perfectly okay. You might find, though, that this reading really hits home for you, and if it does, I hope it provides you the clarity and guidance that you seek moving forward. We will be doing an extended reading after the general reading where we'll go more in depth into the person that you're connecting with, their emotions towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice for you from spirit to overcome the obstacles that stand either between you and this person or just in the situation overall, as well as what the long-term outcome is likely to be between you and this person given the circumstances, right? So it could be even just what the long-term outcome will be without this person, and it really just depends. If there are any kind of like surprise energies that come up, like tower moments or new beginnings, we will see more or less if we are able to clarify in the reading. If we're not able to, then at the end of the general reading, before we hop on to the extended, we will go over briefly any additions made to the extended, right? So those 4 things that we covered in the extended are always covered, but maybe we'll tack something on, right? So we'll leave that for the end of the general reading. I'll leave the link for the extended in the description box below, as well as a link to my personal booking system should you decide you'd prefer to have a reading a bit more personalized to your current situation. Okay, so Virgo, just like in the previous readings, I pulled from the Oracle to get an idea of the energy at work and the elements at play. We have, right off the bat, by the book and soulmates. So Virgo, this feels very good to me. I will say though, because there's always the other side of the coin here, underneath by the book is also unfinished symphony with never-ending story. Underneath that is a change in the wind. Okay, so whatever this by the book is, it definitely feels like you on a soulmate. You could be connecting with a Gemini. You have soulmates here, which is kind of like the lovers, right? So you have a soulmate here, possible Gemini. You could be connecting with a Taurus as well. But with unfinished symphony and never-ending story, it feels like you're kind of caught in this weird cycle with somebody, right? It's just on and on, round and round. It could be a behavior or a way of thinking. It just makes things strained, right? It just makes things difficult. I do feel though that this is kind of like a new chapter you're entering with this person. You're attempting to, right? Because with unfinished symphony and never-ending story, it feels like there are still unresolved issues, but you're working through them, you and this person. So you have courtship and privileged lady. So in terms of the courtship, Virgo, if you are the masculine, then this has to do more with what the feminine you're connecting with is doing or feeling. And if Virgo, if you are that feminine energy, this has more to do with some sort of change that you are trying to instigate, some type of change that you are trying to implement. You have occupation with journey here, so you might be thinking about changing jobs, returning to work. Maybe you are on maternity leave is what I'm getting for some of you, right? It's about just going back to a place that feels more, you know, something that you enjoy doing, kind of bringing your status back to a place where you will be starting over. You'll have to start over. It's like beginning brand new. And in order to do that, you have to get to a completion of something else. You have journey being 10, right? But it definitely feels like a welcomed transition, right? But the thing is it's funny because I'm looking at the cards and there's nothing here that suggests right off the bat that there is conflict. But I do get the feeling like this is a best attempt being made at something. I do feel that there was something recently that has brought things up a notch. I do feel like you are involved, Virgo, with somebody, but not somebody brand new. I feel like this is somebody who you might have history with, right? I feel like this is somebody who you have history with and you have just been trying to get to a better place with this person. And it does feel like you guys are working as a team on this. I feel like, I don't know why, Virgo, I feel like you and this person are coming out of something kind of horrendous. And I don't, you know, I don't expect you to take that lightly, but I feel like you and this person have come out of something, and there's like a new level of understanding that you guys are sharing now, right? With by the book and soulmates, like you guys are deciding if something ever does become challenging, or, you know, someone decides to make a left turn in the connection, you will confide in one another. You will speak on it between one another. You guys are going to take the proper steps. For some of you, you're going to marriage counseling is what I'm seeing, right? For some, like, again, it's by the book, right? You guys are giving your full attention, full effort, really kind of like almost taking out the communication manual and just laying it all out there, right? You're just laying it all out on the table. What's going on for Virgo, please? The good news is, though, is that as you proceed, it does get simpler. As you proceed, it does get simpler. It really does. So let me see. Virgo, please. Virgo. What's going on for Virgo, please? Let's see. That's overarching energy. We've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is about planning. It could be about separation. There might be plans to move, plans that might drive you and your partner into separation for a short time. We do have occupation and journey. So your person or you are entering a phase here in terms of your career or just work or school that might pull you away from each other and spend less time together. Maybe a physical distance, like someone actually has to move to another place, but there is definitely time that is being wrapped up in another situation, whether it be in this job or career, or just in the sheer planning of a new beginning, right? Planning, making travel plans, trying to figure out what this next phase is going to look like between you guys, but definitely looking forward to something, right? You guys are kind of in a fresh phase where you're just trying to make sure that the next couple of steps are in alignment, are well calculated, right? You just want to make sure that you are really anticipating any and all possible obstacles or outcomes so that you have your contingent plans in place. Because I do feel, again, like you and your partner are coming out of either with each other or from separate relationships or separate events, coming into this kind of with your guard up a little bit. Like you have soulmates here, which is very open, but I feel like you guys are trying to safeguard yourselves from something. Now, your current energy is the Queen of Cups. So you could be connecting with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You are starting out right now from an energy of vulnerability, right? You are definitely feeling very deeply connected to this person. Very much so, Virgo. Like, that's really beautiful. But your challenge is holding back. So there's definitely, you're tempering what you are giving to this. You are tempering what you're giving to this. You could be connecting with a Leo as well. If there are multiple people involved, there is possibly an ex or a friend, a friend, a family member, someone who's interfering, right? A Leo. But it's funny because for as much as you have this depth of love for this person, you are still holding back. And that's what I'm saying. There's a certain level of reservation. The guard is up, even though you feel the connection. Something here on your mind, the Three of Swords, exactly what we were talking about. In your heart space, you've got the Nine of Cups. So it's like you are thinking about how happy you are, but at the same, you're feeling how satisfied you are with this person, but at the same time, you're thinking about a time that really, really hurt, or maybe a painful truth that you've either projected onto this person, or that this person has brought to light with you within this connection. You're definitely considering, though, you're definitely thinking about a painful series of events, right? A pain that you experienced, recent past, the start. That's what I'm saying. That's Virgo. That's what we're tapping into, right? The star precedes the tower. So the tower has already fallen somewhere, and you and this person are coming from a place of having healed from something really tremendous, either with each other or from other people. There could have been an Aquarius that you left behind, right? But that's exactly what we were just talking about, right? You guys are coming in just knowing that there's been a long journey ahead, and that there still seems to be a long journey in terms of getting to where you want to be in love. And there's a lot of love here, Virgo, but there's also pain that someone here is trying to avoid from repeating. Coming in is Judgment. Okay, so coming in, we've got Judgment. Okay, so definitely a very big decision will have to be made, possibly giving something a chance, but we'll have to see how this clarifies, right? Because I am feeling like with the kind of holding back that you are implementing a little bit, or that the person you're connecting with is implementing, there could be a small delay, right, in how quickly you're able to move things along. Because there's a connection here, without a doubt, but in order to do things the right way, things could be moving along very, very slowly. Okay. You see yourself as the Seven of Cups. And the environment is the Queen of Wands. Let's see. Your fear is the Sun. And the outcome is the Fool. So let me clarify Judgment really quickly. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man. So many major arcana, Virgo. What is going on? Outcome with the Fool is the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay, so coming in, right? Coming in, we've got Judgment. So again, big decision, possibly giving something a chance. Now, here's the thing. You have the opportunity to either remain or to continue in this commitment and wherever you are with this person, right? There is definitely a marriage or some sort of form of a very, very strong commitment. We've got the Queen of Pentacles with the Hierophant, which usually indicates institutions. So being being like a source of stability and predictability for this person, or them being that for you. But with the Hanged Man, you could be connecting with a Pisces, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But we are also getting a sense here that a big decision might have to be delayed. Okay, so in terms of how this moves forward, whether you're going to give something a chance, maybe a second chance for some of you, right? This could be a reconciliation that you're thinking about, taking things to another level, having been considering what this next step might look like. Excuse me. You know, there's a delay here, right? There might be a desire to prolong it, just so that way inventory can be taken on what the possibilities are moving forward between you and this person, right? Really trying to make sure that if you're going to invest more time, more energy, and that you guys take advantage of whatever this chance looks like, making sure that if you're going to be committed, that you're ready for commitment. If you are saying that you're going to be emotionally involved, that you're emotionally involved now, right? Making promises that you know you can keep, and not making promises just because. So that is going to play a pretty significant factor. You see yourself as the Seven of Cups. Who had this? I think Sagittarius had the Seven of Cups in the block position. So Virgo, you could be connecting with a Sagittarius or someone who's got Sagittarius in their moon or rising, all right, or Venus. All of these readings are for any position in your birth chart that might be relevant to you, okay? But in terms of when I'm seeing cards kind of cross indicating, I feel like that goes to the major placements, right? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars for some of you, Jupiter for marriage, okay? But we've got the Seven of Cups here as how you see yourself. You see yourself as confused, possibly being blinded. You feel like there's something here that you're not seeing. Because in your environment, you've got the Queen of Wands. This could be a third person. Why? Because on your mind, you've got the Three of Swords, and you were recently coming out of something, either with an Aquarius or someone who, either just a significant tower moment that may have involved some sort of betrayal. Okay, so in the environment, this person may still be around. Just be aware of that. You and the person you're connecting with, Virgo, you know, you guys could be turning a new leaf together. But with the Queen of Wands, we'll look into her in the extended, actually. This Queen of Wands, this could definitely, you and your person can be moving into a new space, right? Your person could be moving into a new space, but if this was the person who caused you heartbreak because there was deception or a third party involved, I can't say with absolute certainty that this person is not around, only because the courtship card had also come out with the privileged lady card. And so where this privileged lady could be you, the privileged lady could also be another person, because you've got the courtship, the two people, but then you've got a very Queen of Wands, single, independent-esque individual involved, right? So just throwing that out there. If that message does not resonate, then do not take it. right? If this does not sound like you, then that part of that portion of the reading, do not throw it out the window. Just throw it out the window, okay? But for others of you, right, in the environment, right, this could be you really stepping into that power of kind of being your own seductress. Maybe that was an aspect, a dimension of your personality that maybe you were not really too familiar with, right? Just like you are, Virgo, so good at remaining organized and keeping your workspace and your home space just spick and span and just clean and just very to the T, right? Very to the T. Everything has a place, and it might be difficult sometimes for you to get to that place of putting whipped cream all over yourself. You know, sorry guys, mature content coming up. Making a mess out of things, or leaving the dishes till later, till after your person comes home and you put a little loving on them, right? Sometimes it can be difficult to put aside the to-do list and just get messy with things. And so I feel like with the Queen of Wands here, you might be tapping into that energy of, you know what, screw it, and throwing things out the window and saying, listen, if we're going to be doing this forever, I cannot be so worried forever that whatever I'm making on the stove can't just be reduced to simmer for like 15 minutes, right? Like I can take a minute to do other things and to kind of be pulled away from what I'm doing if it means being with somebody who I care about, or because the Queen of Wands is a very sexy energy, right? And I do feel like this is very centered on the connection itself. I don't feel like there's a lot of interference in terms of work here. It can be, right? It could be that you spend a lot more time nowadays kind of picking up on new projects and doing new things. But again, the Queen of Wands is somebody who can do it all. And I feel like you're tapping into that energy of being able to do it all, not limiting yourself to a particular list of things to do, but learning how to branch out and accommodate the people who you care about in life, and just doing it all. Taking it little by little, going slow with yourself, right? Trying to kind of come out of this old way of being and giving yourself the flexibility to really enjoy more in your life without stressing out. And I do not have Virgo in my chart. I think in Vedic astrology, I am a Virgo, or I have a Virgo rising, Virgo moon, one of the major placements, and I can understand it. And I have very close, I have loved ones who are Virgos, and I love them, but I totally get you guys. We all have our ticks, we all have our things, and Virgo, like, y'all are magnificent. The devil is in the details, and y'all bang things out that I'm just like, whoa, right? It's just incredible what you guys can achieve. The way you utilize your resources, it's incredible. But the cost for that is that if things do not go right, or there's insufficient anything, you guys really get stressed out to the point of just, it's like you guys don't deserve to be going through that much angst. You really don't deserve to be going through that much angst. So I think it's nice that you're entering a phase where you can be free and experiment with with different traits and different behaviors, and kind of pulling yourself out of really limiting habits. I think that that's excellent for you, Virgo. Truly, I feel like that is perfect. Now, in your fears, you have the Sun. Okay, in your fears, you have the Sun. So it could be that this new day may be a fraud, right? If you do decide to give this a chance, you're afraid that this new day is actually not a new day, right? That something here is not going to be able to heal. The clarity you think you've gotten is actually just a false start, right? There's that you received a truth, but it's not the full truth. If, with the Queen of Wands being in the environment, it could be a Leo. You might be afraid that this person is a third party in the situation, and it's leading you to feel a little insecure, a little bit, let me just put that back up there one more time. A little insecure, a little bit uncertain, right? Just a person who's involved and they shouldn't be involved, right? Third party. I mean, please, it's not what we're here for. We're here for commitment. We're here for long term. Unless the third party was agreed upon, which because of all the pain I'm seeing here was not agreed upon, then it's not fair. It's not what you're here for, right? So in your outcome, we've got the Fool being clarified with the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. So ultimately, you could be connecting with an Aries, you could be connecting with a Taurus or a Libra as well. But I am definitely getting the feeling here that things are going to be progressing in a way that feels very, very new to you, Virgo. I do feel like this is going to be feeling very, very new to you. This person that you're connecting with is going to be giving more to you than they have been. But I will let you know, with the Six of Pentacles coming out, I have to wonder if they are giving to you because they want to give to you, or if they're giving to you because in order to keep you, they have to pay a price. Okay? Because with the Six of Pentacles, to me, I always get a little bit like, it's nice. The generosity here is nice, but you could give more. Why aren't you? It's very like even Steven, you know, very like even keel. Like if you're this person's spouse, you should be comfortable giving way more. And even though the eight of Wands is here, so there is definitely an indication of progress. There is an indication here of progress. You know, so you guys will be moving forward in a more of an expansive way. For some of you, you're going to get pregnant because we have this clarifying the Fool, okay? And the Six of Pentacles, it's about give and take, which could indicate sexual interaction. So you and this person, Virgo, might end up becoming pregnant, okay? If that's the case, congratulations. Okay, that's one message. The other message could be that if it is not about pregnancy and trying to fall pregnant with this person, right? It is just this new beginning. This new beginning, taking this leap of faith, is going to definitely send you guys spiraling into a brand new chapter together. You're going to create, you know, a lot more together. It's a very gentle relationship, right? Very gentle, very sweet, very nurturing, very slow, but with the intentions of longevity, which is beautiful. However, this person is giving, which is great, but they're giving little by little, right? They're kind of like drip feeding you their attention, or drip feeding you their love. I'm not seeing bad intentions here. I'll be honest. I'm not seeing, you know, bad intentions, but again, that intuitive nudge I'm getting here is that, you know, if there was a pain in the past, something here needs to be avoided to make sure that you guys move forward in a way that is not blocked. Because there could definitely, we already have a delay coming in from your judgment. Right? There's a judgment here over whether or not, a delay, I should say, in whether or not you should move forward with a commitment because you're still holding on to something. You're trying to look at something in a different perspective. That could be all about you, Virgo, right? That could just be you trying to kind of reassess the way you're looking at things. But it can also be the fact that you're not entirely sure whether you should continue to commit or if you should let go. Because it could be with this person that you experienced all of this trauma. And if that's the case, you and this person will move forward together, but it's gonna be, you know, really just it's really just gonna be because you guys might already have children involved, and you know, this person just doesn't want to give you up as their spouse, or maybe you're newly pregnant. Doesn't have to be pregnant with a child. It could be just that you guys have so many plans and you've already invested in so much, and you guys have already taken a leap of faith of some kind with each other, that they would rather hold on to you to see how this pans out, if you're willing to settle for what they're giving you, as opposed to just leaving the entire situation and being alone and having no one there with them. Okay, I am getting that I'm getting that there's another side of the coin here that for some reason I'm not able to tap into specifically with the cards, because Virgo, I feel like this reading as a whole, I feel like you guys branch off into a bunch of different camps, if that makes sense. Like this reading generally will kind of blanket the themes, right? For some of you, you're coming into your own. You and this person are going to prosper. Y'all are going to get pregnant, or y'all are going to go and really just move in a space of abundance, right? You guys are giving to each other everything that you need for the moment, and that'll get better over time. But then for others of you, there is kind of like, there's like an elephant in the room, right? For some of you, there's an elephant in the room. Like you guys are acknowledging that your connection is strong, but the relationship itself needs work. And it feels like there is something here that just proceed. Your intuition is correct, Virgo. Okay, if you're hearing me say this right now and you're like, Sophie, please, I need more. Give me more information. I need details. Like this sounds like me. Like I know exactly what you're talking about. Give me more. I can't give you more because I don't know specifically what your situation is. I feel like I only hit readings like this when the variation of details is so broad that if I were to even try to read into it, my brain would explode. Just being honest, you know? So Virgo, all I can say is this. If you are at a space right now where you're unsure of how to proceed and you are just going within and taking inventory, you are correct to do so. Because whether it was a past pain, a past heartbreak, a past betrayal, or a betrayal from this person who you're currently connected to, who it did happen in the past and you're trying to get over it, okay? This Queen of Wands in the environment, I will clarify her in the extended. If this is not you, this Queen of Wands, there could be a third person at play, and I don't want to misguide you. If you do feel like there's someone else involved because of history with this person in particular, that might still be the case. Okay, it might still be the case. This person you're connected to will be willing to give what you guys have another chance. They are willing to try, for example, marriage counseling, or try to breathe life back into the marriage. But I don't feel like you're going to be satisfied with how they split their resource with you. I think there is still a discrepancy here somewhere, and I can't put my finger on it. There's like a detached overview that you're trying to play third person, Virgo, looking from the outside looking in, but you're still trying to play the game up close. Like, you know what I'm saying. If this is resonating with you, if you don't get it, right, if this is not, like, if you're not following, then at this point the reading, right, take what did resonate and this portion of the reading, just kind of scrap it. This is me trying to get through the muddy part of the reading. There's something here that I'm not able to touch on. So you know what, Virgo, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into the extended. All right, we will go into the person you're connecting with, their feelings towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice in order to overcome this obstacle here, or any obstacle really that is really just really placing the biggest amount of stress on you, as well as what the long-term outcome is going to look like between you and this person. And we will see who this Queen of Wands is, because if this is a third person and you are suspicious of it, we should just go ahead and unpack that as well, to see what that is doing there and how that's going. Okay, because you do feel with the Seven of Cups, right? You do feel like you might not be seeing the entire picture, and that might be the case. So we'll go ahead and take this to the extended. The link is down below, as well as a link to my personal booking page in case you would like to instead have a personal reading with me. But Virgo, I thank you so much for supporting me, for being here, for sharing your love with me, for allowing me to reconnect with you. It has been a pleasure reading for you. I am going to see you next time. This has been the utmost honor. Thank you for being here. I love you. And until next time, mwah, I'm sending you all of my love.